This video is going to show you a playthrough of Borderlands 4 gameplay, the opening mission on hard difficulty on PS5. I am on PS5. I have a very difficult decision to make. I have to pick up my character. I have to choose which character I'm going with. This video is going to edit out the cutscenes. It's going to be more gameplay centric. It's still going to be free for commentary, improvised commentary, discussing numerous topics about Borderlands 4 and my initial impressions of it. So I've got to pick my first character. So I've got Vex here, which is, if we akin this to Destiny 2, I would say Vex is most likely a warlock, but in Borderlands they refer it as a siren. So I've got Phase Familiar, Incarnate, Dead Ringer as my action choices. So I'm evaluating this at this time, because I really don't know going into this what I was going to pick as my first character, but I'm very allude to choosing Vex. Then we've got Aemon, which is like the Titan. He's the Forge Knight. He has Scourge, Crucible, and Onslaughter as his action skills. He's got the Barricade there, look, absorbing incoming damage, and a Forge Whip. So that is making me think, you know, later on, would I need this? Probably would need it. Again, I'm no Borderlands expert, but I'm thinking, you know, what's the best choice? I know that there's a few Roman abilities, as in like Roman supers, where you pop something. So we got Rafa here, and he's got the skill, I think it's called Arc Knives, where you go into like a Roman super animation. And this reminds me of like an Arc Staff, Arc Strider Hunter from Destiny 2, and I'm really allured to this one as well. Peacebreaker Cannons is apparently a good ability. And finally, we've got Harlow. This is more of a... trying to see... I mean, they all honestly look good to me, but I'm really thinking about wanting to use Incarnate on Vex. It says I get fully restored HP and allows you to fire off Eldritch Blasts. So that is... I'm torn between Siren or Aemon, right? Obviously, I would play all characters eventually, but the first important choice is picking, you know, the class. I think there won't be a wrong choice, depending on how the end game is. I don't think there will be. There'll be a great build for each character, I would assume. And I want to go the most fun, so I'm going to go with Vex, right? I'm going to pick Vex. Honestly, I could have picked any of them at this point, but I'm going to go with Vex because she gets all the mental affinities, and hard mode says that is beneficial. So like I say, I'm going to edit out cutscenes on this opening mission because this is more gameplay centric, and we're going to cover a lot of different subjects in this video about Borderlands 4 and what my first reactions is to it. My experiences with Borderlands franchise is limited. I played Borderlands 1 this year, the HD remaster version. I played Borderlands 2 as well this year, and Borderlands 3 I played in 2019, and I played it briefly this year as well for a limited amount of time. I didn't get to play all the DLCs, but obviously Borderlands 3, as we know, was a loss, yeah, because, well, the campaign was horrendous. So we're jumping into Borderlands 4 today. As soon as I get on, I've already adjusted some settings, but I already can tell you the sensitivity needs to be adjusted. So I'm going to adjust it. It's a scaler from 0 to 10, but it's got decimals within each number, so I don't know what sensitivity that I would need. So honestly, I had no clue. So I'm like, you know what, I'll go 6 sensitivity for vertical aim, horizontal aim, vertical look, and horizontal look, and I'm going to try that. So you're actually seeing me here live mess with the sensitivity, because before I play anything on this game, that sensitivity needs to be correct, right? Now, I'm playing on a PS5 DualSense Edge controller, so I've got paddles, which means I can slide, jump with my paddles, which does make movement better. Look at that. Look at the sensitivity for me. That's no good for me. That's too quick. Yeah. And that's only at 6 sensitivity. Everyone's different with sensitivity. Don't score me for my sensitivity. You know, I've got strong hands. If I rock that 6 sensitivity, my controller's going in next door neighbour's garden. Yeah. Because very powerful hands, so I need to lower that sensitivity probably to a 3. So I'm going to go with it. This is everybody's different. Everyone's got different hands on them. Some people have fat hands, some people have big hands, some people have small, powerful hands like me. Just depends on your body and everything, man. Everyone's different, so don't tell me I need to run 10 cents. I'll run 3 sensitivity in each category, and I'll try that. But I have to play with this more. This is just my first reactions on it. So I'm just going to go 3 cents. There we go. That's probably around about for me. Yeah, that's quick enough for me. That's fine. Yeah, and I've still got that accelerated movement with PS5 DualSense Edge paddle controller. So, in this franchise, in this game, I'm looking for what it's good for. Is it good with the graphic fidelity? Is the story not woke? Is the story dark enough to entertain us? Because the campaign needs to be dark enough. The character movement, what's that like? The jump, shoot, and ADS mechanics in the game, what's that like? The UI, you've seen the UI here, it's teaching me how it works. The gun feel and the audio sounds of the guns. The enemy AI, because Borderlands enemy AI, in my opinion, has been lackluster in the past. We'll see now, though. The level design of a level, the boss design and the AI of those bosses, and loot quality, what it looks like, and there's even more than that, which I cannot tell you in this video, but the other things I want to know about this is ability usage, what that's like on the playback loop, build crafting for end-game content, open world quests, open world design, is it too big, is it too small, or is it the right size? And endgame dungeons, vaults, all of that. What's the solo scene like for this game? And so on and so forth. All of those questions can't be answered, but the initial character movement impressions can be covered. Like, we're going to get our first wave of ads here. I can see I've got 87 HP, no overshield. Never played Borderlands before you get an overshield, but you've got to get the item. So I've got this damn pistol, so I'm going right in. I'm getting hit here. Obviously, you know, I'm not an expert on this game. This is my first time actually playing Borderlands 4. Yeah. So these new enemy types, what they call lightweight something. Yeah, but these are the new enemies or what have you. The slide's pretty nice. Damn, the slide and then running around is nice. And the double jump. I mean, just look at the double jump. This double jump reminds me of the Hunter double jump from Destiny 2. The only thing I would say about character movement is that the run speed is slightly too slow. However, I have not accounted for any perks that you get in endgame to speed up character movement. I don't know about that, right? But I'm just telling you right now, first impression is that character walk speed and run speed is slightly on the slower side of things. But, you know, there'll be things to buff that up, I would guess. The jump, however, feels very fluid and very nice, akin to Destiny 2. Basically feels just like that, right? Now on Siren or Vex, she gets like a Hunter jump. Okay? That's what she gets. I think each character gets slightly... I think so. I don't know. I don't know, you know. If each character gets its own unique jump. I don't know that. This is first impressions. This is my first reactions. Get $4 cash there. That's pretty nice. So you're breaking out of jail here. So basically you start and your Vault Hunter is in jail. I've got this gun. It's shooting damn fireworks. Can you hear that noise? The audio of this gun. It's shooting fireworks. That's incredible, man. So already the first gun. I'm at 8 HP. Not noticing. See, as a Destiny 2 veteran, I'm always used to looking at HP at the top of my screen, not at the bottom left. Bottom left's for ammo. So you see how I'm not noticing that I'm 8 HP, which is kind of thing. That's fine. That's what Borderlands does best with loot. It's giving you some crates there. Obviously, a lot of it's just ammo and a lot of it's just money. But I'm opening everything. That's the type of player I am on loot shooters. You know, for the most part. Just in case there's some crazy gun off to the side that you don't know about or something. Here's the first major chest. There we go. We're getting a what's that weapon called? 2 pistols at least. 2 level 1 pistols. I'll have a look at them after. Some cash here. And we'll just follow RJ through this. Hit this console here. Like I say, it's a prison break, which is actually a good way to introduce. The campaign and the aesthetic so far looks very dark and up more my alley. See, with Borderlands 3, it was too light-hearted, and it was too much about social media and stuff. I don't mean social media in the sense of like real world social media, I mean in the game, because every time there would be a big TV monitor that would come on, and the villain, Tyrene or whatever, would keep popping up on this TV, and it was just annoying to hear it. The voice actor wasn't good for Tyrene or whatever. It was just too immature. Whereas this game has more dark tones, the campaign does at least. The villain looks very good, and there's just better overall themes for the actual campaign. The campaign needs to hit for the game. If Borderlands 4 has a bad campaign in the end, which I don't think it does after reviews, after what we've seen, if it did though, it would fail, because that's what caused Borderlands 3 to fail. Borderlands 3 apparently has very good DLC, and some people swear by it. A lot of us won't know. Oh, 2 HP there, so the enemies are hitting hard. You see that? Hitting quite hard. I actually didn't realise my health kit's on a cooldown at the time I'm playing it. But yeah, it's on a cooldown. You can see it there, look. Just at the time I was playing it, you know, there's too much going on. I'm wanting to test movement and stuff. But yeah, my auto, or whatever this firework gun's called, is... Oh, I can swap it to a different element as well if I press down on the D-pad, which I didn't do on the run. Yeah. But yeah, look at that movement. That movement's nice. Like I say, I'm just testing around with it. Okay, got another set of ads. I'm hoping that there is a boss fight at the end of this mission. Okay, because any good mission needs a nice little boss fight at the end for sure. Remember, this is on hard mode as well, but we've got no overshield, which we get overshield very soon. But just bear that in mind, like I said. Auto's hitting very hard, this firework auto rifle. I like the effects, the visual effects of when it makes them solo here. But yeah, the moment-to-moment gameplay needs... Oh, we get bested! There you go. Ads hit quite hard. I mean, obviously, it's partly because of me. I get second win there to proc. Obviously, it's partly because of me, because I'm not fully up to speed with this game at the minute. But the ads hit hard on hard mode, which is a good indicator on how the game's going to perform later on in the end game with the crazy mods, the crazy bosses, the crazy things that are going to go on with the game. Now the game's teaching us grapple. So it's got grapple melee built into it. I don't know everything about the grapple melee, but it looks as though right now we can only use it on grapple points. Maybe later on in the game we can use it at any point to grapple around the map, but I don't doubt it. But I don't know that for sure either. Maybe there's some sort of relic or something that allows you to use your relic all times. I don't know. I just don't know the answer to the question. I would hope that is the case, because that would give you some sort of Strand Titan, Strand gameplay, but on Borderlands. Look at this little cinematic here where we're sliding down this building. That's nice. That is nice. And then the game introduces you to swimming, which is incredible. There we go. Look at that. So that's also what I'm curious about. You know, can we go more underwater? Is there more secrets underwater and stuff, or is it just literally swimming? I mean, even if it's just literally swimming, it's a very nice additive to the game. All right. Another thing as well about this is it's far more crisp than Borderlands 3. Yeah, Borderlands has that cartoony feel to it. We know this, and people love it for that, but some people hate it for that as well. But what I will tell you is, I do prefer like realism sci-fi rather than cartoony realism. Like I prefer Destiny 2's aesthetic to this, but it isn't that jarring. Where they've done something. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, but they've done something to it where you don't mind that cartoony art style. I mean, the guns look phenomenal. Yeah, for starters, the characters look pretty crisp. So, you know, the cell shading, whatever they're using, right, I don't know, but it looks good. It doesn't hurt the game. Yeah, right. Is what I'm trying to say to you. It looks far better than all the other 3 games, what I'm trying to tell you. So now we've got some beasts here. It's sort of, we're outside of that jail's area, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're just, like I say, having a overall feel of the gunplay. What is it? Are the guns snappy? Which in Borderlands, to be fair, the guns are. Even if you go and play back Borderlands 1 now, you will see the gunplay is fantastic. Yeah, that's what's kept Destiny 2 great all these years, is the gunplay. The gunplay is very good in those games, right? Well, Borderlands nearly, I would say it matches it in terms of gun feel and gun gameplay, and in some areas excels with the crazy loot that you get. So that's what's so good about Borderlands, is that it's got the gunplay, and everybody keeps saying, oh, I stay on Destiny 2 because the gunplay is phenomenal. Well, Borderlands gunplay is phenomenal. The problem with Borderlands is, over the years, there's never been real reasons to come back and replay. The replayability side of Borderlands has been bad. If you compare that to Destiny 2 smokes it. Yeah, from over like the last 5-6 years. If you look at the Twitch numbers and the numbers of Borderlands 3, they've been abysmal. There hasn't been a proper active player base. There is, but there isn't, if you know what I mean. Borderlands 4 might reignite that fire where there's a constant player base, and if there is, well, I'll be pleased. The weekly resets need to be good. Apparently there's weekly resets for this game. I don't know the details about that yet, because I would need to get there to truly know it. I'm sure that information's online somewhere. But if the weekly resets are good, it will keep players coming back. Apparently there's a lot of free updates coming. There's a DLC this winter, and then there's a major DLC next year. They've got a roadmap, right? So they've got a nice roadmap. Look at this. Picked up a new hand cannon here. In this game it calls it pistol, right? It's like a damn last word. Jacob's weapons are always good in these games. Apparently Jacob's shotguns are as well. So yeah, it's like a rapid fire damn pistol there, just melting down the ads here. But yeah, if it is possible to have some sort of solo scene for this game where we can upload content on a solo basis and people engage with that content, then I'm in for this. If there isn't, I'll just end up playing the campaign, doing a couple of endgame dungeons, and then just leave it and drop the game. That's what I think, but Gearbox have built it up. They're saying that these dungeons and stuff, or these vaults, are going to be really engaging for endgame content. They've really used that keyword endgame. And if the endgame's there, and if solo endgame is very valuable on the content side of things, where I can make improvised free for commentary over the top of something solo that's difficult in this game, then I'm all for it. However, if that doesn't exist and there's nobody engaging with that style of content, let's fast forward the clock a month from now and people are still playing this game and trying to solo stuff, then that is gold for me, right? But if that doesn't exist, which I know is very niche, what I'm trying to explain to you here, it is. But my whole channel's built around that identity. Solo endgame, that is it. And Destiny 2, whether you like it or not, over the years has fulfilled that niche. It has actually done it. However, they've took lots of back steps at the minute, and that's the problem with D2 at the moment, is they've took all these back steps. Oh, we get bested again. There you go. That's me not being used to UI. Hey, I'm not blaming anyone other than myself. I got bested twice in this run. That's good. I want to be bested because, well, then it motivates me to think, well, hang on a minute, what's this going to be like on hard mode? I think there's more harder difficulties. What's the hardest difficulty going to be like on dungeon content? But yeah, at the time, like I say, Borderlands 4 is going to go loggerheads against D2. It's a heavyweight of a franchise. It really is. Bungie needs to bring it with their update, and they're going to bring it. Well, on the TWAB it doesn't sound like they're going to bring it, but they need to. Especially after they see what's going on with Borderlands today. I mean, Borderlands 4 hit 200,000 on Twitch. Viewers. It maybe got higher than that. I didn't keep a full track on it, but last night I checked it. It was 200k. It's lower than that now. He ain't 200,000 now, but it never will hit 200k again, I don't think. But it might hit 100k today, I don't know. But that's impressive. To reference it, Destiny 2 on Twitch had about 2,000 viewers yesterday. Average. That's nothing. Nothing at all, 2,000 viewers. Yeah. That's bad. It is very bad, that, for Destiny. So we'll just see, you know, how this goes. So this mission, I'm really enjoying it so far. Maybe the lack of, I would say, initial assessment, a lack of badass enemies or whatever. Because in this game, your yellow bars or your ultras are called badass enemies, right? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them going on, you know, in further missions. But in this initial mission, if I was to sort of review, I would say plenty of minor red bars, right? That hit quite hard, yes. No ultras, very limited on that, and maybe lacking some mini bosses as well. But the aesthetic of this mission, breaking out of jail, the dark tones, this guy's helping you out, get out of this area or what have you, is nice, right? It is. It's a good opener overall. But we can't judge the game off this mission, right? I would need to play this 100 to 200 hours to give you my full assessment, and that's just not possible because, well, the game only came out for me midnight, you know. So it's only been out, what time is it now? It's only been out 12 hours, the game. I can't put in a 100-hour assessment with you. The game's only been out 12 hours for me. Remember, I'm on console. I'm on PS5. It was staggered. The release time was staggered. I didn't get early access. I didn't get any of that stuff. So that's it. I think the true reviews of this game will come out within a month. Or maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that's where you'll see, really, does this game have weight or not? Right now, we're in a honeymoon period and the game is fantastic. The movement's so good. I mean, I'm feeling Destiny 2 feels in this game. Movement. I'm feeling like I'm playing on a hunter slightly. Although it's like a warlock character, which is interesting. I can't review abilities neither because I didn't have an ability in this mission. The only ability that I have is that healing. That is it. But yeah. So now I need to get up there or whatever. I need to grapple up here. There we go. The grapple does feel intuitive and very reactive. The grapple does. I just wish that you could grapple anytime you want it, right? I'm hoping, I'm praying that that is a feature. And if it isn't, they need to make it a feature. Although the movement would go so far up. A lot of first-person shooters and third-person looter shooters, I'm rolling it all into one. Nowadays, in 2025, they will get scolded if they don't have movement. Okay? They really do need movement. We're not 2014 anymore. You know, if you go look back at D1, the movement was terrible in that game compared to nowadays. I know you had Titans game, but you get what I'm saying. 2014 era, that's gone. We're in a new era now, so all first-person and third-person looter shooters need good movement tech. They all need them now because that's part of the identity of them, in my opinion. And this, Borderlands has brought that element finally. Look at that movement there. Look at that little 360. That's paddle controller for you, that. So Borderlands has finally brought it. If you go and play Borderlands 3, 2 or 1, the movement's not there, lads. See, it ain't there. It ain't that good for movement. Whilst the shooting is, yeah, the jumping isn't. That's why this game's brought in. That's what's so fascinating to me, is playing a Borderlands with movement. It's lacked it for years. It's took them till 2025 to do it, but they've finally done it. Here's what I'm saying about the dark tone. This guy's gotten possessed or whatever, right? And then he's just something weird happens with him. Look, he's possessed. I'm checking him out. I was wanting to get them crates. I'm eager to open those crates over there, but yeah, some weird possessions going on here. There we go. Just snap his neck there. That'll see to him. So yeah, look, there's a dark tone already. You can foresee it. So I can already sort of guarantee to you, you're not going to get the worries that you did in Borderlands 3 in terms of a poor campaign. With Borderlands especially, because the campaign's so long in this game, and it's the main, probably the main portion of it. Well, it's more than half of the game, right? It needs to hit right, at least 8 or 9 out of 10 on campaign. Needs to be good enough. Needs to be plenty of diverse bosses, plenty of good level design, plenty of good loot. Which, by the way, this game has billions of weapons. Technically, there's billions of weapons. Oh, here's a chest. What we got here? Another pistol. And another level 1 pistol. I'm going to have a look now at what we've got here. The UI is good, and I will tell you, on the old Borderlands games, I played them all, and I hated the UI on them. I'll just be honest. The UI on this one is far better than all of the other ones rolled together. Okay, it's far easier to just look at a weapon and know what it's about. Okay, I know there's extra customization that you can do with weapons, and that is important, UI. It will put people off. I think people don't realise how good UI needs to be. Destiny 1 and 2 nailed UI. I don't know if you know, but they actually won awards for UI design. Destiny won awards. In my opinion, I would say Bungie sort of progressed UI to where it should be. Although, look at them where they are now with the Portal. Everybody hates the Portal. But on the UI front, Destiny's nailed it, right? And Borderlands has got a good UI here. Okay? So far, from what I can see, it's not overly complicated. It's like sort of in the medium ground where everything's visually appealing, and I can easily equip something and easily, you know, recognize that I've got something better to equip, which, you know, is more important than you would think. There's a little cinematic here. You know, this is the only one I'm doing. I guess I forgot to edit this out, but that's fine. It shows you the boss coming in. So like I did say, you need a good boss at the end of any mission at all. It was very weak, I'll be honest. This is hard mode, remember. I think he should have had a bit more health points. The Warden Scaife would rather just kill you. I would say he should have had more health points if I was to sort of review him, but that's fine. Okay, so he's got some sort of overshield. Does he have a mechanic? I mean, I'm not expecting him to have a mechanic. He's just the first boss, you know. Some ads are spawning, which is always nice, you know. A lot of times in Borderlands you'll get bosses and there's no ads, which to me is always a bad thing. You should always have ads with a boss, always. Yeah. He has some nice attacks on him, but he's not getting me weak. I've got an overshield. Takes down my overshield, get weak. Not weak, but I get some of my health points taken off me. So yeah, I'm just wanting to see if there's any interesting mechanics really, but it looks like I could just melt him down. Yeah. Look at this, he's summoning some sort of attack. I exploded it before he could do it. Took down his overshield. Nice. 3rd HP. I love this hand cannon. Jacob's hand cannons. They rival even Last Word. Honestly. Oh, look at this. I've unlocked some sort of triumph. Maybe because I melted down the boss quicker than what I should. I don't know. There we go. He gets. Look at the loot drop out of him. That's 3-4 different drops with a legendary dropping already. Impact GL, that's for my grenade mods or whatever. An SMG, and I believe the legendary was an SMG as well, Painter. So I picked that and that goes on right away because I do want to shoot it and try it. What's his name? RJ needs reviving. I'm not reviving him. I need to go in my menu and look at this stuff. He can wait, dude. I've got my loot to look at. That's the pre-order bonus, I think. Oh, no, that's the firework gun. That's the firework auto rifle. But I have got a pre-order bonus weapon in my inventory, I think. So that Painter goes on immediately. I've got some upgrades, I think, as well. I've got some other things to look at. But yeah, that was my initial impressions of Borderlands 4. If they get the end game right, then this is a game worth to buy. At least the base version, right? Maybe don't buy the premium version, but buy the base version and just see how this goes. But I think it's worth it. It's fantastically well made, I think. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.